guys, Max here, and welcome to a Sims 4 renovating apartment video. So as you guys can tell from the title, it is an industrial, rustic, okay, I didn't name it yet. I don't even know what I'm going to name it yet. But it is industrial themed, and it's a collab with Simarchy. So, yeah, we decided to do another one of these kind of, I don't know, I would say they're kind of weird, because she goes in and she renovates an apartment, and then I go in and re-renovate it, but I re-renovate it with custom content. So we went with an industrial style because somebody on one of her videos requested that we did this again, and she said you should do a, well, he didn't say it for me request, but like you should do an apartment reno with and then a re-reno with collab like you guys did, like you did before. And that video, like the TUMBLR style apartment, got a lot of like good responses. Like people really liked it. So I decided, why not? Like she asked me, and I, you know, because we actually talk quite often, and she's a really amazing builder. She works super hard on her YouTube videos and on her channel. I'm actually so proud of how far she's come. It's really great. She's really good, and she has a lot of really cool ideas. She's just a really cool person, actually. I like talking to her. I wish she lived in Canada and closer to me so we could actually see each other in real life. But yeah, anyways, make sure to check out her video in the description below. I will leave a link to it and her channel as well. So if you guys don't already know about her, make sure to check her out. She's really cool, as I would just like went on about. So yeah, believe it or not, you guys, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, I had a hard time building with CC. It's weird because I usually love building with CC, and I usually love having CC in my game, and you know, I think it makes a really cool customization and yada yada. But believe it or not, guys, I actually had such a hard time building with CC in this build. It was really like difficult because lately I've just been building with like no CC. Like I've been building just like game objects, and because I have all the packs finally, I feel like I have more options, and I've just been wanting to build with no CC lately. I just haven't feeling much of a desire. Besides like the like wall coverings, like wallpapers and like flooring, because I find we're still pretty limited in The Sims like regular without any CC or anything like that. I just feel like carpeting is really limited, which I know the Sim Supply has gone on rants about, and I just some items, you know, like little things here and there. And like I love Sims for custom content, like clutter. I love it. I love clutter in general, but like I find some of the clutter in like CC makers create is just so like realistic, and it just makes it so much more like livable, I guess. I don't know. I love clutter in my builds. I very rarely don't put clutter, and because I've been building a lot lately without custom content, I'm finding so many more like in-game clutter, like Maxis clutter items and things I can actually do with it. So it was really, I don't know, it was a challenge, but I did have fun building it nonetheless. It took me like, I think total it took me 5 hours to do this, and which is pretty outrageous actually. It takes me a long time to put all the details and stuff in and figure out how I want it. But I like apartment builds because it's always a little bit shorter. I did it over the span of 2 days though, and I kind of like had to force myself to finish it, and because this is coming out on the 7th and it is actually the 4th now, and I finished it yesterday, so, or the day before yesterday, I don't know. I finished it like yesterday or the day before, and I just I kind of had to like force myself a little bit because I have so many ideas for other builds that I want to do, and it was just like I literally have papers, like when I'm at work and I just watch videos, that's what I do at work when I'm not actually doing like work related stuff. I watch YouTube videos, and I watch a lot of my Sims videos. That's how I catch up on my simming videos. So I like all my favorite like YouTube creator or simming, like YouTube simmers and stuff, and I catch up when like I'm doing that, and I gather a lot of ideas. So like I write all these stuff down, so I have this idea, and I'm like, when I was building it, or when I was furnishing with this one, I'm like, oh, I was thinking about my other stuff, and it was really hard not to like get out a game and start it. I had to like push through it, which sounds kind of bad, like, you know, I had to push through it like I was being forced to do it. Like, I'm not, obviously, but I wanted to do this, so, and I, you know, and I wanted to do this collab with Simarchy, or Steph, so I, you know, I did it, and I like the way it turned out. I had a lot of fun decorating the laundry room. Now, Steph had she did like a makeshift laundry, which laundry's coming to the game. I think it's in September. They're going to be releasing the eco-themed, I don't even know what it's going to be called. We're voting on a title for it relatively soon. I think like next month or something. But it's supposed to be coming out in September, and laundry, guys. So finally, all you people who wanted that will have it. But until then, a lot of people just make like makeshift kind of washing machines and dryers, and it's pretty cool how they do it. They do it with like a stove and a counter and a couple of like little bits and bobs to make it work. But I don't know, I find it looks really cool. I do have custom content washer and dryer. It's not obviously functioning, but it looks very much so like a washing machine and dryer. So I don't know, I put that in. I had actually a lot of fun with that room. There's a lot of cool things. I didn't use any of the debug stuff, or the debug menu, I call it. It's kind of a Sims 3 term, but I didn't use any of that actually, and I didn't even unlock items because I was like, no, like, I'm gonna do mostly like CC, so I don't even need it. Then I found myself needing it, and I was like, ugh, I'm too lazy to like go and do that and get the cheat and blah blah blah. So I was like, whatever, I'll just build. And I don't know, it turned out okay. See, I'm starting to do it now, and I do a lot of I love exposed brick. Exposed brick is actually like one of my favorite like things about like certain kinds of buildings. I wish I had exposed brick in my my apartment. It'd be amazing. My boyfriend's brother's new place, actually, well, it's in their parents' basement. They like renovated it into an apartment and stuff, and it has exposed brick, and I'm just like super jealous. It's not like industrial style exposed brick, it's like house brick, but it actually looks really cool, and I'm so jealous of it. But yeah, I put a lot of exposed brick in this because it goes with that industrial rustic kind of theme, and I made it look like, because the building has the historical trait, and there's like those plaques kind of like in certain areas of the apartment, I wanted to make it like look that it was built onto kind of thing, which it doesn't make sense, but it does at the same time. So like where the brick is like where they kind of like built onto the place, and I have it throughout a couple of the rooms, and I think I have it in the study room, like on along certain walls. I know I have it in the kitchen for sure. Like that's like a staple I find of industrial builds. Like you gotta have it in the kitchen or the living room, or like a feature wall in the bedroom kind of deal, or like kind of the opposite where there's like only one room, like one color on one wall and like brick the rest of it. So yeah, I don't know, I like it. I didn't, as you guys just kind of got a little sneak shot of the bathroom. I usually don't show building bathrooms in my videos. I find it's really like such a, like, unless I'm doing it specifically like a certain specialty kind of bathroom, I don't really show them. I just find it's, you know, kind of obvious what goes in there and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you guys kind of saw a little bit of a sneak peek. I actually do enjoy making bathrooms. It's really quick. I just don't really find the need to put them in my videos kind of thing. But yeah. So it's like currently 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 4:40. It's almost 5 a.m. I'm supposed to be at work right now, but I called in sick because there's stuff that I've been going through. I haven't really been feeling very well. So I just mentally ill. I wouldn't say mentally ill, oh my goodness. Mental stuff that's going on. I'm not like have any issues, and if I did, I'd probably talk about them more. But I'm very thankful that I don't have a whole lot of that kind of stuff in my life. But I am going through some stuff in my personal life right now, and I had to call in sick, and it was really awkward because I get really nervous on the phone, and I had to call like the big bosses kind of thing because my current boss is on vacation, so they were on call, and like we call them majors because I work for the Salvation Army, and they come in like a pair kind of thing, like a husband and wife usually, and they get kind of like relocated every 3 years, and we recently just got new ones. So I only met like the man, like her, like the major, I can't say the name, but yeah, so I just recently met him, and I get really nervous when I'm on the phone, like really nervous to like call my bosses or talk to like authoritative figures on the phone. So I like had to call them and let them know like I'm not gonna be able to make it in. And I had to call his wife though, and I did that, and her phone went to voicemail, and like I was so shaky and nervous, and you probably couldn't tell in the message, but I was like really internally freaking out kind of thing. So yeah, I ended up calling and letting her know and leaving her a voicemail. And then I had to call back my work, and they're like, okay, well, you have to call her husband. So I called her husband, but I didn't leave a voicemail. And then maybe like half an hour later, I got a phone call back from him. And he's like, oh, somebody called this number and got a missed call. And I was just like, I paused for a second, and I was like, ah. And then I swear, like my voice dropped an octave, and I got like a puberty moment, and was just like, yeah, and then he was like, hello, and I don't even, it was just an awkward mess. I'm so bad on the phone sometimes. And yeah, so I just like called, or I just like talked to her, and I talked to him, and I let him know what was going on, and he was really understanding and nice about it. I just kind of said like, yeah, like I'm not feeling very well, and I just kind of gonna take the day off. Hopefully like I'll be back on, like, because I don't work this weekend, and I'll be back Sunday night into Monday, which is actually a stat holiday here, so I'm getting double time and a half, and I'm actually kind of like not so bad. But yeah, I kind of been thinking of going to the doctor's lately, or like soon, to like just kind of like let him know what's been going on. And I've just been getting just a lot of like really weird, like just like bouts of anger for I don't even know what reason, or just like, and I've just been getting lots of anxiety lately over a lot of just different things. So I just kind of want to go to the doctor and kind of just explain to them, and just kind of say like, maybe like, I don't know if it's because of work, or if it's like, you know, what's just kind of been going on in my like other stuff in my life. But I'm gonna just see what he says. It never hurts to go and like talk to somebody about that, right? Like I know he'll probably be like, oh, like, do you have a counselor, things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like annoyed with my own boss, not the ones that I was just talking about, but like I guess under her, or yeah, like, so the one that like runs the men's shelter where I live. And she runs both, but she mostly works at the men's site. And we like talk a lot, like we keep in contact, but I let her know that I have to drop down to part-time because I'm going back to school in September. And so she's like, yeah, like we'll make a meeting. You have to write a letter of resignation just to like let go of your full-time, and you know, there's certain procedures that we have to do. And my coworker, who is also my friend, who got me like pretty much like told me about this job, was just like, okay, I'll take your full-time position, you can have my part-time, we'll switch. So I was like, all right, cool. But there's a procedure. So I did what I had to do, so that an internal kind of like application would go out where she could apply for the full-time position, and then I'd apply for her part-time position. But my boss didn't even, like, when I look, because she makes her schedules in advance, and it looks like we didn't even have to go through that. But the thing is that I'm annoyed is that she has me booked for the first day of school, and I already told her when the first day of school is, and which is September 5th, I believe. And I just kind of told her like, yeah, that's my first day. And she said, oh, don't worry, like I won't book you, like I'll probably just have you working 2 times a week once I know your schedule. And like I haven't gotten my schedule yet, kind of like official, when I have classes or like when stuff starts. And it always is like, it's subject to change, and it usually always does the first like 2 weeks of school and stuff. But like I'm just annoyed because she like booked me those days, and it's frustrating when I tell somebody, like, you know, especially as like an employer, you would think you would have that marked down or something, but she didn't, and she has me booked, and she's on vacation right now. Like I wouldn't be complaining about this because I could easily just switch it up with her, but she has me booked for those days, and she's on vacation till like the end of August. And I don't know what I'm going to do, because this has kind of happened once before when I was on placement. And she's like, well, you're just going to, like, she said, like, before, she's like, well, you just got to figure it out, like, see who will take your shifts. and I'm kind of like nervous that's what she's gonna say again, or if she just kind of like did that to like get the schedule out and she knows it's like gonna change a little bit once she gets my schedule. I really don't know. I'm really nervous about it. Like I guess I was saying earlier, I have like get really nervous talking to my bosses or like a person of like authority, so I get like don't want to upset her. I have no problem with it. I know it's like I have to be assertive and everything like that, but I don't know. I'm just kind of nerve-wracked a little bit, just what to do. I don't like changing everyone else's schedule. I don't like being an inconvenience to people, so I'm just kind of worried. And like I don't even know if I want to continue working, to be honest. I'm not sure if I want to work during school because I want to get like a really good grades, and this coming semester is actually really difficult. So yeah, I'm like hoping, I don't know, I'm just unsure of what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so like coming back to the build, I honestly I wasn't sure what kind of like pictures to put, because I didn't know if like kind of like industrial kind of like style builds that I could do. I not builds, like decorating for paintings. I don't have a whole lot of, well I do, but not really that kind of themed paintings and stuff, which is kind of why I went with like a rustic build. Like rustic title is probably going to be in there somewhere. I don't even know yet. But yeah, so I don't know, I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys like this. I make sure to check out Stephanie's channel and the video that she did for this in the link below, and I'm going to try to post a picture of her build of how she did it, and then so like yeah, so she'll have you guys take a little peek at what hers looks like, and then go check it out if you want to. Stay tuned for the little video tour at the end and all the pictures. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you want to see next. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, guys, and I will be talking to you in my next video. Bye!